Harihi Om. Namaste. Welcome to session 43 of the Sundarakandam learning series. Today we begin the learning of Sarga 12 of the Sundarakandam. Though not a very long Sarga, it has maybe 20 odd shlokas. The Sarga contains an invaluable gem couched right in the middle of it, which is very useful in our life and living today. So, a very nice thing to learn. So, to quickly summarize what we have learned so far, the first Sarga covered the crossing of the ocean by Hanuman, where he met the Mainaka Parvata, surmounted the obstacle, then crossed over Simhika, Surasa, all these people he defeated, and then he defeated the formidable Lankini who was guarding the gates of Lanka. Then we saw the description of the streets and the mansions in the outer areas of Lanka. First, we in fact saw the Lanka the mountain on which it was there, the grasslands description, meadows description, rivers description, and then we went into the city where he met Lankin. Then after getting into Lanka, we have the description of the roads and the palaces and the mansions of the outer prakaras. Then we saw Pushpaka Vimana Varnana, 7th, 8th Sargas. After that, we saw the Antahpura Pravesham of Hanuman in the 9th, 10th, and 11th Sargas. The search in the banquet hall, in the inner bed chambers, in the chambers where all the women in Ravana's harem were there, the entire description of the women, and his futile search for Sita. So at the end of the 11th Sarga, we say, oh no. In the 10th Sarga, we saw he mistook Mandodari for Sita, jumped with excitement. 11th Sarga reasoned himself out of it and said, no, this is not Sita Mata. Let me look for her afresh. Now, in the 12th Shloka, he is a little confounded. He wonders, where is Sita Mata? I have searched everywhere. So he goes through a phase of self-doubt and questioning, which Valmiki has very beautifully brought out throughout the Sarga. In fact, the lead up to his questioning, the lead up to his state of mind, which is there in the first 12 shlokas, first 11 shlokas have to be paid attention to. Then we will understand why this question by Hanuman. So this Sarga is therefore a very interesting Sarga that way. So we will start without further ado. This has the
द्वादश सर्गाः मारुति उद्वेगाः.
Now the volume is stopped, right, for everyone? Can you hear the chanting? Could you hear the chanting the first time? Okay. So the voice does get transmitted. Okay. अथ द्वादश सर्गाः मारुति उद्वेगः. The despair of Maruti, the worry of Maruti Hanuman. Okay. सतस्य मध्ये भवनस्य मारुतिः लतागृहांश्चित्रगृहान् निशागृहान् once more. Latagrhamschitragrihan nishagrihan. This is somewhat like our 5th chapter. The way the words are little more complicated, but slowly if you break it up, it will come. I'll again repeat the first two parts. Satasya madhye bhavanasya marutihi. Satasya madhye bhavanasya marutihi. Latagrhanश्चित्रगृहान् निशागृहान् लतागृहांश्चित्रगृहान् निशागृहान् जगाम सीतां प्रतिदर्शनोत्सुकः न चैव तां पश्यति चारुदर्शनाम् न चैव तां पश्यति चारुदर्शनाम्. Line by line. सतस्य मध्ये भवनस्य मारुतिः लतागृहांश्चित्रगृहान् निशागृहान् सतस्य मध्ये भवनस्य मारुतिः लतागृहांश्चित्रगृहान् निशागृहान् जगाम सीतां प्रतिदर्शनोत्सुको न चैव तां पश्यति चारुदर्शनाम् जगाम सीतां प्रतिदर्शनोत्सुको न चैव तां पश्यति चारुदर्शनाम्. Together, whole shloka. Satasya madhye bhavanasya marutih lata grihans chitra grihan nisha grihan jagama सीतां प्रतिदर्शनोत्सुको न चैव तां पश्यति चारुदर्शनाम्. सः मारुतिः न च एव पश्यति. Pashyati is the verb. Sees. He does not see. Nacha eva. Certainly does not see. Whom is he not seeing? Sita Mata. So Saha Marutihi. He, Hanuman, Tasya Bhavanasya Madhye. Who is he, by the way? He is Sitam Prati Darshanotsukaha. Saha Marutihi. Sitam Prati Darshanotsukaha Marutihi. Sitam Prati. Towards Sita. Darshanotsukaha, one who is very enthusiastic to see her. That's what we saw at the end of the 11th Sarga. He is scratching his head, wondering, I'm searching everywhere. Where is she? Where is she? He's very eager to see her. Darshanotsukaha saha Maruti. That Maruti, what does he do? Tasya bhavanasya madhye. Madhye means in the center of. Tasya bhavanasya, kasya ravanasya. So, Ravana's palaces, Lata Grihan, Chitra Grihan, Nisha Grihan, Jagama. Lata Grihan means all those places in the palace where there would be bowers of creepers. A monkey usually would be very happy searching in a garden. So he probably thinks something precious is hidden in the garden among the bowers of creepers which are there in Ravana's palace. Lata Grihan. Chitra Grihan. Is she hiding or has she been kept concealed in one of the picture galleries? Could it be that there is some false chamber behind the picture in which Sita Mata has been secreted? So let me go tap the picture to see if it is hollow. So he would go and he searched in the picture galleries. Chitra Grihan. Nisha Grihan. Nisha Grihan means, Nisha means night, Griha means house, rest house for the night. So place like dormitories. So the warriors, the soldiers of Ravana who were guarding the palace would need a place to rest for the night, no? So is Sita Mata concealed in one of those dormitories right under the eyes of those watchful soldiers? So thinking, Jagama, he went around. But Charu Darshanam tam na chaiva pashyati. Charu Darshana refers to Sita here. Charu Darshana means what? One who presents a beautiful appearance. Charu Darshana tam. Charu Darshanam tam Sitam. Na chaiva pashyati, did not see. Okay, so in spite of searching through the gardens, the dormitories, and the picture galleries, which he searched extensively, Hanuman did not find Sita Mata. That is the meaning of the first shloka. Sachintayamasa tato mahakapihi. Sachintayamasa tato mahakapihi. प्रियामपश्यन् रघुनन्दनस्य ताम् प्रियाम् अपश्यन् रघुनन्दनस्य ताम् ध्रुवं न सीता द्रियते यथा न मे ध्रुवं न सीता द्रियते यथा न मे. I'll tell it once more. ध्रुवं न सीता द्रियते यथा न मे विचिन्वतो दर्शनमेति मैथिली विचिन्वतो दर्शनमेति मैथिली. Line by line. सचिन्तयामास ततो महाकपिः प्रियामपश्यन् रघुनन्दनस्य ताम् सचिन्तयामास ततो महाकपिः प्रियामपश्यन् रघुनन्दनस्य तां ध्रुवन्न सीता द्रियते यथा न मे विचिन्वतो दर्शनमेति मैथिली ध्रुवन्न सीता द्रियते यथा न मे विचिन्वतो दर्शनमेति मैथिली. Okay. Together. सचिन्तयामास ततो महाकपिः प्रियामपश्यन् रघुनन्दनस्य ताम् ध्रुवन्न सीता द्रियते यथा न मे विचिन्वतो darshanameti maithili. Many pathas have the word mriyate. Mriyate, same meaning. Dhruvam na sita mriyate. Some of your books may have that also. That is also okay. Meaning is same. So, tataha sa mahakapihi. Then, the great monkey Hanuman. Raghunandanasya priyam tam apashyan. Raghunandana's beloved, Sita. Sita apashyan, not having seen. Chintayamasa, thought. What did he think? Maithili vichinvataha me. Sita vichinvataha, I who am searching for, to me. Yatha darshanam na eti, because as she is not giving her vision, she is not showing herself to me. Sita dhruvam mriyate va driyate. Sita dhruvam, certainly driyate, is destroyed. So he is thinking very possibly negatively, but it is a fair conclusion because he has not spared any effort in looking for her. So he has to now consider the possibility Sita Mata could be dead. So he's saying, oh, could she be dead? I have searched everywhere. Maybe she is dead. That thought itself is very depressing. Next shloka, he gives a reason for why he thinks that. Why could it be so? Why could she be dead? He tries to go down the path of logic and tries to explain why. साराक्षसानां प्रवरेण जानकी साराक्षसानां प्रवरेण जानकी स्वशीलसंरक्षक तत्परा सती स्वशीलसंरक्षक तत्परा सती अनेन नूनं प्रतिदुष्टकर्मणा अनेन नूनं प्रतिदुष्टकर्मणा हता भवेदार्यपथे परे स्थिता हता भवेद् आर्यपथे परे स्थिता राक्षसानां प्रवरेण जानकी स्वशीलसंरक्षक तत्परा सती साराक्षसानां प्रवरेण जानकी स्वशीलसंरक्षक तत्परा सती अनेन नूनं प्रतिदुष्टकर्मणा हता भवेदार्यपथे परे स्थिता अनेन नूनं प्रतिदुष्टकर्मणा हता भवेदार्यपथे परे स्थिता. Together. साराक्षसानां प्रवरेण जानकी स्वशीलसंरक्षक तत्परा सती अनेन नूनं प्रतिदुष्टकर्मणा हता भवेद् आर्यपथे परे स्थिता. Any doubts in chatting? Clear, no? Okay. So here, pare aryapathe sthita. Pare aryapathe sthita is who? Sita. Pare means pare aryapathe is in saptami vibhakti. So on the path of aryapatha, on the noble path. On what kind of noble path? Para, the great noble path. So for one who is situated, sthita means one who is situated. So of the one who is situated in the noble path. What is the noble path on which she is situated? Her dharma of being an ideal wife to Rama. That is the noble path that Sita Devi traverses. So for such a person, Sa Janaki, that Janaki. So the word Pare Aryapathe Sthita is an adjective for Janaki. So Sa Janaki, that Janaki, what is she? Swashila Sanrakshana Tatpara Sati. When she was when she was compelled to protect her own Shilata, her virtue. Sanrakshana, protection. Tatpara, intent on. Protection of what? Swashila, of her chastity. When she was intent on protecting her virtue, Prati Dushtakarmana, Anena Rakshasanam Pravarena Hata. Okay, the word Dushtakarmana refers to one whose actions are evil. That is an adjective for Rakshasanam Pravaraha. Rakshasas, Pravara means the great or the leader. Who is the leader of the Rakshasas? Ravana. So the adjective for Ravana is Dushtakarma, one whose actions itself are evil. So that is how he is described. So by the one whose actions are evil, by the leader of the Rakshasas, Ravana, Anena, by him, Hata Bhavet Nunam. Hata means must have been killed. Hata means killed. Bhavet means must have been killed. Nunam, surely. The verb in this sentence is Bhavet. Bhavet means maybe. Okay, was likely to have been. So must have been. So that way. Nunam. So must have been surely killed by Ravana, the evil-minded one. She would have been intent on protecting her chastity. The angry Ravana might have killed her. This is how his thought process is working. विरूपरूपा विकृता विवर्चसो विरूपरूपा विकृता विवर्चसो महानना दीर्घविरूपदर्शनाः महानना दीर्घविरूपदर्शनाः समीक्ष्य सा राक्षसराजयोषितो समीक्ष्य सा राक्षसराजयोषितो भयाद्विनष्टा जनकेश्वरात्मजा भयाद्विनष्टा जनकेश्वरात्मजा विरूपरूपा विकृता विवर्चसो महानना दीर्घविरूपदर्शनाः विरूपरूपा विकृता विवर्चसो महानना दीर्घविरूपदर्शनाः समीक्ष्य सा राक्षसराजयोषितो भयाद्विनष्टा जनकेश्वरात्मजा समीक्ष्य सा राक्षसराजयोषितो भयाद्विनष्टा जनकेश्वरात्मजा टुगेदर विरूपरूपा विकृता विवर्चसो महानना दीर्घविरूपदर्शनाः समीक्ष्य सा राक्षसराजयोषितो भयाद्विनष्टा जनकेश्वरात्मजा. So here also the same verb bhavet is carried over. So must have been the reason for her death. What is the reason? Sa Janakeshwaratmaja. Sa, the daughter, she, Atmaja means what? Daughter. Janakeshwara means what? Of the supreme ruler Janaka. Okay, so the daughter of Janaka, Viruparupaha, Vikritaha, Vivarchasaha, Mahananaha, Dirghavirupadarshanaha, Rakshasa Raja Yoshitaha, Samikshya. So the Rakshasa Raja Yoshitaha we will see. Rakshasa Raja Ravana, Yoshita as we have seen, women. Okay, so Rakshasa Raja Yoshitaha, women of Ravana. Samikshya, having seen. Okay, so what are all the adjectives given for the women of Ravana? First, Virupa Rupaha. one whose forms are distorted, missing limbs, missing parts of the body. Vikritaha. Sukrita means what? Well made, well formed. Vikrita means what? Badly made, deformed. Vivarchasaha. Suvarchasaha means bright, luminous. Vivarchasaha, dull, looking bad. Mahananaha, those with huge faces. Dirgha Virupa Darshanaha. Dirgha means what? They were very tall. And Virupa Darshanaha, presenting an ugly sight. Such people, Bhayankara Varchasaha. So they have horrible forms. Such people, Rakshasa Raja Yoshitaha. So here it is not referring to the women referred in the Sargas 9, 10, and 11. Those were the beautiful women who inhabited Ravana's Antapura. These are the terrible Rakshasa women also who were a part of Ravana's kingdom. So they were also Ravana's women. Bhayat Vinashta Bhavet. Out of fear, Bhayat, Panchami Vibhakti, out of fear, Vinashta, destroyed, Bhavet, might have been. So just seeing those terrible, ugly, distorted women, out of fear, Sita Mata may have just given up her life. Okay, so this is also, he thinks her to be even delicate. She is beautiful, young, well brought up, gently reared young lady. At the sight of all these terrible asuras, oh, she must have just given up her life at their sight, is what he thought. सीतामदृष्ट्वा ह्यनवाप्य पौरुषम् सीतामदृष्ट्वा ह्यनवाप्य पौरुषम्. I'll explain that second word again. Hyanavapya. He anavapya. Hyanavapya. Okay. Hyanavapya paurusham. Vihritya. That is also, please see the way the words are written and when you're reading it in Sanskrit. Vihritya. Okay, r. Joining together, you get the formation like that. Vihritya kalam saha vanaraischiram. Vihritya kalam saha vanaraischiram. Namesti sugriva samipagagatihi. Namesti sugriva samipagagatihi. सुतीक्ष्णदण्डो बलवांश्च वानरः सुतीक्ष्णदण्डो बलवांश्च वानरः सीतामदृष्ट्वा ह्यनवाप्य पौरुषम् विहृत्य कालं सह वानरैश्चिरम् सीतामदृष्ट्वा ह्यनवाप्य पौरुषम् विहृत्य कालं सह वानरैश्चिरम् न मेऽस्ति सुग्रीव समीपगागतिः सुतीक्ष्णदण्डो बलवांश्च वानरः न मेऽस्ति सुग्रीव समीपगागतिः सुतीक्ष्णदण्डो बलवांश्च वानरः. Together. सीतामदृष्ट्वा ह्यनवाप्य पौरुषम् विहृत्य कालं सह वानरैश्चिरम् न मेऽस्ति सुग्रीव समीपगागतिः सुतीक्ष्णदण्डो बलवांश्च वानरः. Here also, here the verb is na asti, not there. What is not there? So now the state of mind is, I have not found Sita Mata, she must be dead. If she is dead, it could be because of Ravana or it could be because of seeing those terrible women. Okay, I'll accept it. Now what do I have to do? I have to report that I have failed in my mission. To whom? To Sugriva. So now he's thinking the consequences of his current situation. What is he going to do next? Sitam adrishtva. Adrishtva, not having seen Sita. Paurusham anavapya. We've seen the word Purushartha before. Remember, Purushartha means what? Motivation for work, goal. Paurusham means what? Objective, goal. Anavapya. Avapya means attain. Anavapya, not attain. Not having not attained. Not having attained. Anavapya. Vanaraihi saha. Along with the Vanaras. Now he has to go back, cross Lanka. With the Vanaras only he has to go back. No. So with the Vanaras. Vanaraihi saha. Chiram kalam vihritya. Having roamed around with them for a long time. Because he's taken a lot of time. They went to Dakshina Desha. They came all the way to the tip of Bharatadesha. There, they wanted to, before crossing over the ocean, they were lamenting their fate, not having found Sita, till they chanced upon Sampati, who guided them to Lanka, saying, I saw Sita Mata being carried away by Ravana. Okay. On that statement, Hanuman has made a leap. But the gap between the time when they left Kishkinda and reached the southern tip of India itself was large. So, Chiram Kalam, a long time, Vihritya, having roamed around in search of Sita Mata. Now, what will they do? Go back. Sugriva Samipaga Gatihi. Samipaga. Samipa, near. Ga. Ga is that which takes you to. Gatihi, path. So, the path to Sugriva Nasti is not there. Oh, it is a bad idea to go back to Sugriva. Not having attained the objective, it is a bad idea to go back to Sugriva. Why? Vanaraha, that monkey, Sutikshna Dandaha Balavanscha. Sutikshna Dandaha means, Tikshna means sharp, Danda means stick. Sutikshna Dandaha means one with a sharp stick. What does that mean? One who is very swift and cruel in his punishment. Sutikshna Dandaha, therefore, does not just mean holding one sharp stick. It means one who is very, very quick to punish and will punish effectively, will punish very strongly. Sutikshna Dandaha, Kaha, Sugrivaha. Balavanscha. And he's also very strong. It's not like if he meets out a punishment, like he's not like one bimp. If he meets out a punishment, I will surely be hurt. So, Balavanscha, he's also very, very strong. So, such a person, I do not have the yogyata to go before such a person. I am surely going to get punished by the strong Sugriva. This is how he is thinking. दृष्टमन्तः पुरं सर्वं दृष्टमन्तः पुरं सर्वं दृष्टा रावणयोषितः दृष्टा रावणयोषितः न सीता दृश्यते साध्वी न सीता दृश्यते साध्वी वृथा जातो मम श्रमः वृथा जातो मम श्रमः दृष्टमन्तः पुरं सर्वं दृष्टा रावणयोषितः दृष्टमन्तः पुरं सर्वं दृष्टा रावणयोषितः न सीता दृश्यते साध्वी वृथा जातो मम श्रमः न सीता दृश्यते साध्वी वृथा जातो मम श्रमः टुगेदर दृष्टमन्तः पुरं सर्वं दृष्टा रावणयोषितः न सीता दृश्यते साध्वी वृथा जातो मम श्रमः. So now he says, Sarvam Antahpuram Drishtam. Entire inner quarters has been seen. By me has to be included. Ravana Yoshitaha Drishtaha. This is passive voice. Karmani Prayoga we call. Okay. So here, Ravana Yoshitaha Drishtaha. The wives of Ravana, the women of Ravana have been seen. Sadhvi Sitara Drishyate. The noble lady Sita has not been seen. Mama Shramaha Vritha Jataha. My work has become waste. Okay, so he is now lamenting the fact that, oh no, I have not achieved my goal. I can't go back to Sugriva because he's going to definitely punish me. Neither do I have the arhata to stand before him. Along with the Vanaras, I've spent so much time looking for her and I have failed. So this is what he is now saying. किं नु मा वानराः सर्वे किं नु किं नु मां वानराः सर्वे किं नु मां वानराः सर्वे गतं वक्ष्यन्ति सङ्गताः गतं वक्ष्यन्ति सङ्गताः गत्वा तत्र त्वया वीर गत्वा तत्र त्वया वीर किं कृतं तद्वदस्वनः किं कृतं तद्वदस्वनः किं नु मां वानराः सर्वे गतं वक्ष्यन्ति सङ्गताः किं नु मां वानराः सर्वे गतं वक्ष्यन्ति सङ्गताः गत्वा तत्र त्वया वीर किं कृतं तद्वदस्व नः गत्वा तत्र त्वया वीर किं कृतं तद्वदस्व नः टुगेदर किं नु मां वानराः सर्वे गतं भक्ष्यन्ति सङ्गताः गत्वा तत्र त्वया वीर किं कृतं तद्वदस्व नः okay mom by me okay here the verb I'll tell you later. First I'll explain from the beginning only. Mom by me gatam, one who has reached. So where is he reaching? He's if assuming he reaches the other side of the ocean. So gatam refers to Hanuman, if one who has reached the other side of the ocean. Okay, sangataha sarve vanaraha, the vanaras are all gathered together. Sangataha, those who have come together. Sarve vanaraha, all the vanaras there, you can imagine their situation. They're all eagerly waiting for Hanuman to return from Lanka. Very eagerly they will look at him for news. Kim nu vakshyanti, what will they say? Kim nu, what indeed? Vakshyanti, bhavishyat kalaha, rit lakaraha, what will they say? What will they say? Veera, O brave Hanuman, tatra gatva, having gone there. This is a reported speech dialogue. Not reported speech, sorry, this is a dialogue, direct speech. Tatra gatva, after having gone there. Tvaya, by you. Kim kritam, what did you do? Tat, that. Naha, for us. Okay, chaturthi vibhakti bahuvachanam. Asmakam, naha, fourth vibhakti, for us. Okay, tell us, vadasva. Tell. Okay, vadasva is lot lakara. Tell. You must tell us. So after having gone there, what have you done? What have you achieved? You must tell us. Now Hanuman is having a very uncomfortable moment. Whenever we don't do our work properly, say at the workplace, there are two people whom we are worried about. Two sets of people. What are they? Who are they? There. She has answered already. Anybody else?
Boss and colleagues.
Awesome. Okay.
Boss and colleagues. So Hanuman is also going through the same dilemma that you and I timelessly are going through even today. What will my boss say? Okay, if you don't have a boss and you're self-employed, then your client who's paying for you. Right? So what will the client say? What will my colleagues say? Even if you don't have colleagues who are the same level as you can't in front of your employees, you can't cut a sorry figure. So what will my employees say? So there is always two sets of people whom you're worried about. One set higher than us, one set at the same level as us. That's what Hanuman is also going through. Oh no. Oh, they will ask me one tight question, one difficult question to answer. What have you achieved? Tatra Tvaya, oh Veera, that oh brave one, they will call me. And then say, Tatra Gatva, after having gone there, Tvaya Kim Kritam, what did you do? Tat Vadasvanaha, tell us, they will ask. What will I say? The moment he thinks of that, he gets paralyzed. Okay, a little more. Then next. अदृष्ट्वा किं प्रवक्ष्यामि अदृष्ट्वा किं प्रवक्ष्यामि तामहं जनकात्मजां तामहं जनकात्मजां ध्रुवं प्रायमुपैष्यन्ति ध्रुवं प्रायमुपैष्यन्ति कालस्य व्यतिवर्तने कालस्य व्यतिवर्तने अदृष्ट्वा किं प्रवक्ष्यामि तामहं जनकात्मजाम् अदृष्ट्वा किं प्रवक्ष्यामि तामहं जनकात्मजाम् ध्रुवं प्रायमुपैष्यन्ति कालस्य व्यतिवर्तने ध्रुवं प्रायमुपैष्यन्ति कालस्य व्यतिवर्तने टुगेदर अदृष्ट्वा किं प्रवक्ष्यामि तामहं जनकात्मजां ध्रुवं प्रायमुपैष्यन्ति कालस्य व्यतिवर्तने. Here the verb upaishyanti. That's also in Litrakara, future tense. They will attain. Who will attain what? We will see. Tam Janakatmajam Adrishtva. That Sita not having seen. Kim Pravakshyami. What will I tell them? Kim Pravakshyami. Okay, what will I tell them? Kalasya Vyativartane. Kalasya of time. Vyativartane. On account of having exceeded the time given by Sugriva. Sugriva said, ASAP, get this work done. Deadline tomorrow. What did these monkeys do? Took their own sweet time. Lamented, rolled around, roamed around, everything they did. Finally, they are close to achieving their goal, but Hanuman could not achieve his goal. So Kal is having, they have overshot all the deadlines. Dhruvam prayam upaishyanti. Certainly, prayam means what? Death. Upaishyanti. They will attain. So the whole, in today's world, the whole team will be in for a disaster. The whole team will sink. The whole team will fail. So what will Microsoft do? It will close up the entire team for not having brought out the product on time. The entire team will be laid off. Okay, in modern parlance. But basically, in Hanuman's time, the entire team will only have to court death at the hands of Yama because they cannot face Sugriva. The king has got them under his control, and they cannot beat Sugriva without having achieved their goal. So they will say quietly, we will wait and reach death. Okay. So upaishyanti, they will reach death. That is what Hanuman thinks. Now he thinks of worst case scenarios. See, entire team getting laid off. Next. Kim va vakshyati vruddhascha. Kim va vakshyati vruddhascha. Jambavanangadascha saha. Jambavanangadascha saha. Gatam param samudrasya. Gatam param samudrasya. Vanarascha samagataha. Vanarascha samagataha. Kim va vakshyati vruddhascha. Jambavanangadascha saha. Kim va vakshyati vruddhascha. Jambavanangadascha saha. Gatam param samudrasya. Vanarascha samagataha. Gatam param samudrasya. Vanarascha samagataha. Together. Kim va vakshyati vruddhascha. Jambavanangadascha saha. Gatam param samudrasya. Vanarascha samagataha. Okay. So, samudrasya param gatam. For the one who has reached the other end of the shore. Who? Hanuman. Vrittaha jambavan. Saha angadaha cha samagataha vanaraha kim va vakshiti. Okay. Vrittaha jambavan. The elderly jambavan. Vriddha. Okay, here elderly does not just mean elderly in age. The word vriddha is often used to be seen, no, Annada, Vasudha, Vriddha in Lalita Sahasranam. Vriddha does not just mean the ancient one, the one who was first born. Not like that. Vriddha also means the one who is advanced, the most advanced in knowledge. Okay, so the most knowledgeable Jambavan, not just old Jambavan. Okay, so Vriddha Jambavan, the knowledgeable Jambavan. Saha Angadaha, the team lead, Angada, who is there, who's been the team lead of this mission. Okay, what will he say? Samagataha Vanaraha, the other collected team members. Kim va vakshiti? What will they say? Now again he's thinking the mentor of the team lead, the other co-team members, what will they all say since I've gone back with a failed mission? Okay. Now, having said this, if any of you have a book with meaning, don't read the meaning for now. Having said this, what would be our normal response? We have totally worked ourselves up into a lather. We're wondering, what are we going to do? Our team lead is unhappy. Our team members are going to be unhappy. Boss is unhappy. Job is not done. We are failures. We have put on top of our foreheads ourselves. We have self-labeled ourselves as failures. So what will our response be if we do like this? Usually, what will our response be?
Quit.
Resign.
This,
Put
sad.
up the papers.
Was okay. Now Hanuman Power.
Yes, withdraw.
The whole team is anyway going to get fired. It's on his head only.
We give up, ma'am.
Give
We,
up.
we give up and what do we do?
Withdraw ourselves from everything.
Come back.
Withdraw ourselves from everything. So one failure burns us so badly that we refuse to take a risk again. Correct or not? I mean, more than losing a job or more than not doing something, what happens to us? We become so, become so worried about future failures that we don't even do any more work after that. We say, oh, it is not possible. I'll take a commitment and not do it. So let me not do it. Instead, I will sit in my comfort zone. And if we sit in our comfort zone, the downside, what is the downside of sitting in the comfort zone? We don't learn at all. We don't grow at all. And if we keep stagnating, what will happen? We slip into a very, 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 very risky state mentally because we start questioning our self-worth. That hampers our self-confidence. Yes or no? It is actually self-confidence has to be decided only by the self, but some action outside ends up hampering our own self-worth, and we say, oh no, I'm not capable of doing this. I'm so what do? We actually sell ourselves short. It leads to a lot of long-term problems. Yes or no? When we withdraw from work, when we say I won't do it again, that is one set of issues that come. What is another set of issues that could happen when we say, oh, the world is falling on my head, the sky is going to collapse? When that situation is there, what is another reaction that we could have?
You get depressed.
That is true. It all leads to depression. Yes.
Or he could stand and fight.
There. The young one had one statement. I don't know. I'm sure you all heard it. Yeah. You could stand and fight. So this is what he's saying. I will stand and fight. How will you fight? It's going to fall on your head. But very nicely, he now gets himself out. And the thing is that stand and fight response is not told. When he had to leap across the ocean, Jambavan had to tell him, you are capable. Do it. Mentor was needed. Here, when he is in a tough situation, a good, a strong person is one who does not need a mentor to pull him out of that negative state. The mentor showed him his potential. After that, he proceeded to perform. But when he was falling short of his potential and when he was putting himself into a sinkhole, he is not relying on any other external prop to pull himself up. It is this dialogue which he says now, which is the next Navaratra. It's the choral Navaratra. So let us learn it with the meaning and then study the impact of it before we move forward. It's a very useful shloka. This should be a part of our Nitya Parayana. This shloka, if anybody is going through any kind of depression, any mental disorder, or if you are questioning your self-worth, this is the shloka to say. And it is personally in my own case, when I've had very distressing news. On that day, when I was chanting Sundarakandam, this shloka turned up. Like this, it has come to my rescue many times. It is a very, very wonderful shloka to chant daily. Okay, so we learn the shloka. Anirveda Shriyo Moolam. Anirveda Shriyo Moolam. Anirveda Param Sukham. Anirveda Param Sukham. Anirvedo hi satatam. Anirvedo hi satatam. Sarvartheshu pravartakaha. Sarvartheshu प्रवर्तकः अनिर्वेदश्रियो मूलम् अनिर्वेदः परं सुखम् अनिर्वेदश्रियो मूलम् अनिर्वेदः परं सुखम् अनिर्वेदो हि सततम् सर्वार्थेषु प्रवर्तकः अनिर्वेदो हि सततम् Sarvartheshu pravartakaha. The next shloka elaborates more on the same concept, but I'll still go shloka by shloka because there is quite a bit of meaning to cover. So, Anirvedaha Shriyaha Moolam. Anirvedaha, what does that mean? Nirveda, okay, refers to despair. Despair means what? Giving up hope, losing energy, questioning self-worth. All these are nirveda. If you say, I am not the right person to do this, I have bitten off more than what I can chew, this is not working for me. Okay, so anirvedaha means one without nirveda, that which is opposite of nirveda. What does that mean? Therefore, enthusiasm, hope, confidence. So Anirvedaha Shriyaha Moolam is the root of prosperity. Any prosperity that we ever get in life is because of our effort with enthusiasm, hope, and positivity, with confidence that we can do. If we work like that, prosperity will automatically come. So the first statement that he makes is Anirvedaha Shriya Moolam. Shriya means prosperity. So at the root of prosperity is always work which is done with freedom from despair, with hope, and with confidence. Then second statement he makes, this is Karma Yoga, no? This is how work should be done. Work should not be done saying, what are the three things? Freedom from despair, hope, therefore, energy, enthusiasm, confidence. This is not, therefore, work done with expectation of result. See, till now, what is the expectation of result? I should see Sita Mata, I should see Sita Mata. When the focus moves away from that, and you say, I will do my work with enthusiasm, lack of despair, with hope, with confidence, then automatically the work becomes Karma Yoga. So, Anirvedaha Shriya Moolam. Second, Anirvedaha Param Sukham. That lack of despair, namely hope, enthusiasm, and confidence, is the greatest happiness. Why? If you do not work with that attitude, something will be troubling you always inside. Will you be able to sleep easy? If you do your work dully at work today and come back home and sleep, you'll think, Arey, I did a bad job today. I might as well have taken leave and sat at home. Why did I go to work and do a terrible job? Correct. So that is what causes a lot of software professionals, for example, nowadays, who say, I don't want to be in this profession. I don't like this profession. I'm going to work daily with one heavy bag and I'm coming back very sad. I'm not happy. Why are they not happy? There is no enthusiasm. There is no excitement towards work. Correct. And then what happens? You cannot therefore be happy, because if you're not happy doing what you do, you will not be able to be happy in life. Correct. So you can't sleep easy, you can't be happy in life. So, but if you have that enthusiasm, if you are hopeful, and if you're confident, you can see even a person who's a sweeper will be fully confident and happy and having a good time in life. Why? Because he or she is doing exactly what they want to do, or they are happy doing what they are doing. Either way, everybody cannot do what they want to do, but they can surely show their enthusiasm towards their work. So when they do that, you're happy. Anirvedaha hi satatam sarvartheshu pravartakaha. This lack of despair, hope, and confidence is what is always, he certainly satatam always, sarvartheshu, in all objectives, pravartakaha, motivator. Only when you have enthusiasm will you be motivated to go that extra mile and think of a creative solution to a problem. Yes or no? If you're doing something dully, say even if you're making something like sambar and you're not having any enthusiasm to make that sambar, your sambar will taste like that only. But if you have that enthusiasm to make that sambar, you will look at that puli which you add, you will look at the salt that you add. Suddenly one new idea will come to you. Let me grind a bit of cloves and put it in the sambar. And your sambar will taste divine. And even better, if you chant Bhagavan's name when you're doing it, it will become prasadam. Correct. So any work which is done with full enthusiasm will enable creativity. That's what this means actually. Not just doing work normally in a routine way, but to do work in a special way. That is why for children also, where you see, if a child studies for an exam without enthusiasm, how the output will be. When the child studies for an exam with complete enthusiasm, the child's brain will actually be able to think of creative solutions to the same old boring math problem, same old boring social studies, and find new ways to enjoy what they do. So the root of all this is therefore freedom from despair. If I have that, three things are achieved, says Hanuman in this particular shloka. Okay, so now this shloka, therefore, basically what it means is that if the indriyas are engaged on their actions, respective actions, the pancha karmendriyas, each of them have actions to do. The jnanendriyas have the perceptions to feel. If all the indriyas are one pointed towards the effort at hand, enthusiasm will come. So you'll have a question, no? When will this enthusiasm come? If I'm not feeling enthusiastic about something, what do I do? What do you think is the answer to that? If you're not feeling enthusiastic about something is really boring, then what do you do? Children especially should answer, but there are hardly only Shrestha and Shriyas there right now. But what would you do if you're not enthusiastic about something? How do you build enthusiasm? Can you fake enthusiasm? No, you can't. How do you get enthusiastic?
Change of thoughts or
Okay.
And also some Namajapam.
Okay. Any other?
If you are interested, ma'am, then we'll get automatically enthusiasm towards
If you're
that.
not interested, I'm asking how you'll get enthusiasm. Because see, unfortunately in life, no, we are not interested in cooking every day. We are not interested in going to the office every day. We are not interested in actually meeting the deadlines every day, but we have to do the work. Correct. That is reality. No, we have to do the work, whether or not we are interested. But how to be interested, how to be happy, how to not lose focus, and at the same time be enthusiastic is the question. That's why I think the
by
shloka is
looking at
Yeah.
by looking at others who are doing things in an
Ah,
enthusiastic, that way
correct.
you get motivated also.
Ma'am,
And
it's
holding yourself
God's
to some
work.
higher standard. Very nice.
It's God's work.
Excellent. I was waiting for this answer. But if you think it's God's work, you will not hate any work. Okay, if you don't feel like cooking today, you think you're feeding those 4 people in your family who matter to you the most in this world. Automatically, you'll become enthusiastic. When you're going into work and working, somebody is paying me money. I'm getting paid by this client. Why am I doing this work? God has put me here to do this work. At least this is my swadharma. Let me do it to the best of my ability. The moment we start looking at it in the perspective of dharma and bhakti, automatically it becomes purified. And what Shamlaji said is a nice practical tip. Look at the people around you and try to bring yourself up to a slightly better level. This is why good peer group matters. Satsanga matters. If you have good sangha, what will happen? Even at workplace, you can have fools who are your companions. If you have good people in your company, automatically you will also become better. Right. And another thing you can do is also you can reward yourself. If you reward yourself for your small wins, automatically, not reward in the sense of something which is bad for you, but if you say, oh, okay, if I achieve this today, this is my goal. If I achieve this today and I do it well, then I will reward myself with this XYZ thing. Whatever, simple thing that suits you. It could even be a walk in the park. It could be a game that you play. It could be 1 hour of Netflix that you watch, but it could be a reward that you give yourself for some work well done. It is a way of being happy without feeling the drudgery of work. So that is also a perfectly acceptable and nice way to live. So here, now coming back to this shloka. What is Anirvedaha Shriyo Moolam? Why is it the shloka for um, the coral? Okay, because coral is linked to the planet Mars. Okay, the first thing that we saw, right? We saw which one? Tato Ravananitaya Sitaya Shatrukarshanaha. That was linked to Surya Bhagwan. Okay, then yasya tvetani chatvari vanarendra yathatava dhritir drishtir matir dakshyam sa karmasuna sidati. That we saw in the end of first sarga. Remember, that shloka is the Navaratna related to the moon. Now we come to the Navaratna Mars. Okay, related to Mars. Okay, Mars is also known as Bhumi Sutta. I'm sure many of you know that, right? Bhumi Sutta means what? Son of Bhuma Devi. Mangal is also known as son of Bhuma Devi. Whom is Hanuman searching for? Sita Mata, who is Sakshat Bhuma Devi. He searched everywhere where he expects Bhuma Devi to be, hasn't found her. So this shloka is related to a child is always the leader to the mother, or the mother is always found through the child. So that way, the shloka is linked to Mars, okay, as he is Bhumi Sutta. And also it is said that if there is Mangal dosha, if there is a dosha of Mars in your horoscope, this shloka may be read. Why? Because if there is a dosha of Mars in your horoscope, it causes you to be despondent, lose focus, be sad, depressed. If you want those traits to go away, then you pray to Mars. Okay, you chant this shloka. He is Mangal Murti, right? So he is the one who will remove all amangala. Okay, so that is why this particular shloka is chanted. In fact, we say, no, buddhir balam, yasho dhairyam, nirbhayatvam, arogata, ajadhyam, vakpatutvam cha hanumat smaranat bhavet. Smaranat bhavet. Just think of Hanuman. You will get buddhihi, balam, yashaha, fame, dhairyam, strength. Okay, bravery, courage, nirbhayatvam, fearlessness, arogata, freedom from disease, ajadhyam, freedom from laziness, freedom from things, morbid, this sad kind of behavior, depression, vakpatutvam, felicity of speech. These are the benefits, 8 benefits of just thinking of Hanuman. Okay, so that is why this particular shloka, along with Buddhir Balam Yajodairyam, we chant. Okay, when we want to have freedom from depression, freedom from problems like that, problems that are pulling us down. Okay, we know that when a person is depressed, okay, I took light-hearted examples of team in Microsoft, and then what is the worst that could happen? They could get fired. But if you actually look at the side effects of depression, they are quite serious. It could lead to people doing very, very foolish things, including taking away their lives, which is totally very, very sad. Because as long as there is life, there is hope. Correct, which is where when Shreya said, no, stand and fight, stand and face. What will happen if we stand and face whatever ignominy, whatever problem comes our way, then we will not come away from it having lost our confidence. We will feel, oh, good, I faced this and walked away. I faced this and came out of it, not walked away from it, but faced this and came through this. So it was like a fire. When fire burns a metal, what does it do? It purifies. So same way, when we walk through the fire of tribulations, when we walk through the fire of problems, we become stronger. That is why, in fact, Kunti Devi in Bhagavatam, she will pray to Lord Krishna saying, give me more and more problems. Why does she want more and more problems? Because the more problems she faces, she feels she will think of Krishna more and she will become stronger. She will become a better bhakta. So she prays for only problems. She does get a lot of problems in life, right? And in Bhagavatam, there's this which says completely, she says, give me problems, I'll keep thinking of you. Okay, so that is the root of why it is tied to Mars. And there is also another link between, again, going back to the earlier example of somebody saying something and coming out later, of the team lead here instilling a value and it coming out in the team member. I'll explain. In the fourth Sarga, there is a shloka where Angada consoles all the Vanaras and tells them, we have not found Sita. I know, but we must not despair. Let us still search. Let us still walk. He says, Anirvedam cha dakshyam cha manasascha parajayaha karya siddhit karani ahuhu tasmatetat bravini aham. That is why I'm telling you this. He says, what does he say? Anirvedam, lack of despair. Dakshyam, capability. Manasascha parajayaha, indefatigable attitude, not giving up. Karya siddhi karani, always lead to achievement of results. Ahuhu, it is said. So I'm telling you this, he says, what he told in the fourth Sarga, who Angada comes out from Hanuman. Hanuman is also great, but it came out at the right time when he needed it. So he then told himself, let me pull up my socks, let me not worry. Okay, things are not going the way I want it to go. I will not lose hope. This is what he tells himself. I hope the meanings are clear, and if there's any questions, please do ask, because there's so much to discuss in the shloka. If you want to, that we could have a whole class of only that. Any questions or any things that you would like to raise?
Ma'am?
Please ask.
Ma'am, this shloka can also be related to the Bhagavad Gita chapter 9, ma'am. Yat karoshi yadashnasi. There also karma yoga only, no, ma'am? No.
Yat karoshi yadashnasi is offer everything to me. Whatever you do, patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Next shloka is this. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhoshi dadasi yat yat tapasasi kaunteya yat kurushva madarpanam. Offer it off to me. Don't worry. If you offer it off to me, it's Raja Marga. That is the best way for you to go. Okay, it is linked to Karma Yoga, no doubt, but there it is to do with offering, Ishwararpana Buddhi. Of what? Yat karoti, whatever you do, yadashnasi, whatever you eat, okay, everything, whatever you experience through your sense organs, whatever you offer as a sacrifice, even that you offer to me. Whatever you renounce, even that you offer to me. That's how he explains in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. If you want the classic shloka for Karma Yoga, I will always say it is 2.47. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbuhu ma te samvastu karmani. Easy. Two things that you have to do. Okay. So that way, Karma Yoga is very succinctly explained in that one shloka. Right? Many other shlokas also in Bhagavad Gita, like you rightly said. Yeah. I think Harika ji had typed some Bhagavad Gita reference. What was it? I didn't see Harika ji. I'm sorry. Did you type it or somebody else did?
No, ma'am. In Gita Press, the second line of the shloka is different. So
I think it has. Oh, okay. I think it has the second line. Wait, I'll tell you. Second line is probably the next shloka, second line. And it probably has only one shloka for this. the other commentators also take 2 shlokas. Commonly 2 shlokas are chanted. We will see the 11th shloka. You just see if it's the same. Second line if it's the same. Okay, so I'll go to the next shloka. If this shloka is fine, I'll go to the next one if everyone's clear with the meaning and everything. Okay. So he continues about Anirveda. Just because Navaratna are 9 gems doesn't mean that the other shlokas are not important. This one is actually carries the same theme of the previous shloka forward. Karoti saphalam jantoh, karoti saphalam jantoh, karma yattat karoti saha, karma yattat karoti saha, tasmadanirvedakaram yatnam. तस्माद् अनिर्वेदकरम् यत्नं चेष्टेऽहमुत्तमम् करोति सफलं जन्तोः कर्म यत्तत् करोति सः करोति सफलं जन्तोः कर्म यत्तत् करोति सः तस्माद् अनिर्वेदकरम् यत्नं चेष्टेऽहमुत्तमम् okay together करोति सफलं जन्तोः कर्म यत्तत् करोति सः तस्मादनिर्वेदकरं यत्नं चेष्टेऽहमुत्तमम्. Okay, so yat karma karoti jantoho tat saha saphalam karoti. Saha means what here? Saha, actually Pullinga Padam refers here to Anirveda, lack of despair, enthusiasm, hope. What does it do? Yat karma karoti jantoho, of a living being, whatever work is being done, saphalam karoti, it makes it successful. If any work is done with full enthusiasm, okay, full enthusiasm, lack of despair and confidence, it will surely be successful. Okay. Now we can ask a question. Hanuman till now, from the first Sarga, in fact, before the beginning of first Sarga also, you see Hanuman has been nothing short of enthusiastic, has been nothing short of hopeful, has been nothing short of confident. He's been working very smart, very hard, intelligently. Even for a person like him, when he faces failure, he despairs. Oh no, everything is lost. People will die because of me. He goes to that level, but the difference between Hanuman and the rest of us is, one, he pulls himself up. And also, it also tells us, this shloka tells us that success is assured, but don't look at the timeline of success, because timeline of the results always happen according to Ishwara Anugraha. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. That is why we say don't look for the phala. Whatever karma you do, you will get the phala. If you do something good, you are going to get the phala. But the timeline is not in your hands and mind. Correct? You bake a cake. You do the best possible way. It doesn't turn out exactly as you want. It is not excellent. But still you have a cake, no? Some result you got as per Ishwara Anugraha. That's all. Okay. So like that, everything that you get is should be taken as prasada, Ishwara prasada. So even the delay in success, even the delay in attaining a goal, even the lack of attainment is Ishwara prasada. If that is what Hanuman is actually implying here. That saphalam karoti, it will make it successful. It will be successful. Now don't ask when. Whatever has happened now, Ishwara Anugraha. Whatever has happened now, I will take it. I'll deal with it. That builds a lot of willpower, fortitude. For those of us who are confined in bed for say with fever, 1 week, I'm bored, I don't know what to do. You'll come out of it. Everything has to be come out of, right? So we will come out of it. So, but when will that result happen? Depends on Ishwara. Okay. Tasmad anirvedakaram yatnam aham uttamam yatnam cheshte. Cheshte means what? I will act. I act. Tasmad, therefore, aham, I, anirvedakaram yatnam, work which is done with full enthusiasm. Okay, cheshte, I will so act. So I will not lose my enthusiasm. I will not lose my hope. I will continue to work. So what will he do? Again, he will go back and search. Let me think of some place which I have not seen. Let me look more. Let me find Sita Mata wherever she is. See, if she is dead, I should find an evidence that she is dead. If she is alive, I should find her alive. But whatever it is, I must put that effort. I should not give up here and say, oh, she may be dead, or oh, I have failed in my effort and go back now. I should put that effort. This is what now he's telling himself. Okay. So here in the Tilaka commentary, authored by Nagesha Bhatta, there is a excellent line which we must all write and put in our own rooms. It's there in the original bhashyam, but we should actually put it there where we can read it every day. It says, Anirvedakaram utsaha jananam yatnam chittasthairyam cheshte karomi. This should be our daily resolve. In the morning when we wake up, we should read this line. What does it mean? I'll send the line in the group. Okay. Anirvedakaram utsaha jananam yatnam chittasthairiam cheshte karomi. Anirvedakaram, that which is without despair, that which is fully enthusiastic. Utsaha jananam, that which promotes our enthusiasm, that kind of yatnam, effort, work. Chittasthairiam cheshte karomi. Chittasthairiam means with a focused chitta, with a focused mind, free of distractions. Cheshte, I will, as I please, I will take it and do it. Karomi, I will do it. I will act thus. So every morning when we embark on our work, we should tell ourselves this. I will undertake my today's work. Today's work I will undertake with complete lack of despair, with hope, with fueled by enthusiasm, and with a focused mind. Chittasthairiam cheshte karomi. Okay, so this is what Hanuman resolves, says Tilaka. That he is going back, he is not losing focus. The moment we think of consequences, we lose focus on the action. Correct? No. So now what is he doing? He's moving away from the consequences, fixing his focus back on the work on hand. Chittasthairiam karomi. This is how Hanuman is resolving to himself, says Tilaka in his commentary. Okay. The commentators actually for these shlokas, for those who can read Sanskrit, like Bhuvana Bhagini and all, definitely go and read the few lines which they have written. The explanations cannot be translated, and it is really wonderful to read. Okay, so I have finished the 11th shloka explanation. If there are any questions on 10 and 11, therefore 10 and 11, as you see, go together. If there are any questions, you can feel free to ask. Okay.
Both have to be taken as choral, is it? Both can
Yeah, only the previous one is identified as choral, but this goes very well with that. So the theme, when you see the commentators also, they tie up both and give the meaning in some places. But obviously every shloka, it's important shlokas, no? So every shloka has got a lot of space. They have discussed it very clearly, these two shlokas. Each one has got enough space. Rekha ji, your hand is raised.
Yes, ma'am. How can we take a lack of attainment as Bhagwan's
Prasada.
Mm.
You only tell me.
Difficult, no, ma'am, actually, at that point of time.
Yes, but if you do it, what is the benefit?
Like we start to accept things.
Our acceptance improves. The moment acceptance improves, what happens is our effort is not wasted. Our effort is focused again. If you are not accepting, if you are always saying why me, why me, why me, and sitting and ruminating and lamenting about our fate, we will not be able to take action as required to help ourselves come out of the situation. If we say what has happened is Ishwara Prasada, I accept it, then what will happen? The focus gets back to work rather than the result. So automatically we become more, our chance of success actually improves, right?
Yes.
Because of that. Right. We have to do that. We are always at hard places in life. No, we are always facing tough situations and we are always in hard places. And we have to get ourselves out of those hard places somehow or the other. There is no way but to plow through everything that we face. We can't step back and say, I won't face this. Do we have a choice?
No.
People's sicknesses, so many things that happen to us, right? We can't just step back and say, I won't face it. I have to face it. How we face it is what differentiates Hanuman and others. If we face it like Hanuman, we will also be successful. Buddhir, balam, yasho, dhairyam, nirbhayatvam, ajatyam, vakpatutvam. All that will come to us. And if you have all those things, it's like having 7 powerful weapons at your side to fight it better. Right?
Yes.
Chandrika had something to say.
Ma'am, what is Janto meaning?
Beings, all living beings.
Living beings. Okay, thank you.
Right. Okay. Right. Any other questions? What we will do is then we will stop with this for today, and we will just complete the rest of the shlokas in the next class. Just stopping sharing.